I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. Continuing with abuse of women is the E. Jean Carroll event against John Tribulation Trump. Trump says that he never sexually assaulted this woman. She said that he followed her into the lingerie department and into the dressing room in the exclusive, more so than Neiman Marcus, Bergdorf Goodman is an exclusive store here in New York City. And when she took off her clothes to put on some lingerie, and I'll use the word, I guess, some underwear or so, he busted into and placed his hand or finger. Anyway, she said she sexually assaulted her rather. And she said she was traumatized by it. And I suppose any decent person would be traumatized by something like that. You know, I was watching an interview the other day. Trump was out in Las Vegas. And one of the women was being interviewed, a Trump supporter, a MAGA supporter, was asked, she said, well, you know, I've been sexually assaulted and I reported it right away. And she very well may have. She said, I wouldn't wait 30 years. I don't believe Trump. I think this woman is making this whole thing up. You know, some women also deeply traumatized, and then to be, you know, sexually assaulted by somebody like Trump. You know, you might, to be sexually assaulted by a gas station attendant, might be, but somebody like Trump, and at the time he was very popular in New York City. And she did, you know, but at any rate, Trump is denying that he did it, but a jury found him liable in a civil suit. There were no criminal charges, otherwise he would have gone to jail. But a jury found him guilty. So a lot of people keep asking the question, and I'm going to get to E. Jean Carroll in just a moment, but before I get there, a lot of people ask the question, well, if Trump, he's got 91 indictments, he's 91 charges, rather, 4 indictments in 4 different places, and if he gets convicted of any of them, would you still vote for him? And most MAGA people are saying, yeah, and they will. Because he's been liably convicted of sexually assaulting E. Jean Carroll. I believe he did. And then after that, started talking smack about her. And the jury last year found that he was talking smack about it and awarded her $5 million. He just kept running his mouth. She took him back to trial, and this past Friday got $83 million out of the boy. Anyway, Mr. Engineer, roll that clip.
Right now by E. Jean Carroll and her attorney, Roberta Kaplan. Welcome back to Good Morning America.
Thank you.
Has it settled in yet?
What a good question. The elation was so great on Friday. It filled me up. It was almost painful. It's taken really every day. Today, I'm just very happy because I'm calm enough to realize what she did.
It's been reported that you exchanged smiles with the jurors on the way out. Is that true?
Yes.
What was that like?
Well, it was very moving. It made me burst into tears because they met my eyes for the first time. It was very moving.
You said you want to do great things with this $83 million settlement. Give us an idea about that.
Don't want to waste money. Well, I do have an idea. I'd like to give the money to something Donald Trump hates. If it will cause him pain for me to give money to certain things, that's my intent. Well, perhaps a fund for the women who have been sexually assaulted by Donald Trump.
Are you confident the money is going to come through?
I'm pretty confident. One way or the other. I may not get it right away, but one way or the other, he owns a lot of real estate. It can be sold, and we'll collect the judgment.
How long can he delay this?
So the initial question is, over the next 2 weeks, is whether he can put up a bond for the $83 million.
Somebody would be taking a lot of risk to do that, right?
That's for sure. Last time, on only the $5 million, he didn't get a bond. He deposited with the court. So he either has a choice to get a bond or deposit $83+ million with the court. If he can't do that, then we can start collecting right away.
What was it like being in the courtroom with Donald Trump?
Well, it was terrifying until I got there. The weeks leading up to it, no sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't do it. And then I sat down. Robbie said, "Good morning, Miss Carroll. Can you please spell your name for the court?" I spelled my name. I looked out, there he was. And it was like he was like nothing, like an emperor without clothes. all my terror leading up to that. And there he's just something in a suit. It was an amazing reaction. It's probably because she had taken me by my little hand and made me feel that secure. But he is the emperor with no clothes, let me tell you. He is not there. The there is not there.
So you're delivering your closing statement, and the former president storms out of the courtroom. I was wondering about your reaction then. Did you think right then you'd won the case?
I definitely thought we got a few more $1 million immediately. I was like, well, that's worth about $10 million. I didn't see him do it because I was facing the jury and he was on to my left. I was facing my right. But the idea in a case where our basic thesis is that he's a bully who can't follow the rules, to act like a bully who doesn't follow the rules is an interesting strategy, let me put it that way.
So far over the weekend, he has not repeated his defamation of you. I want to ask both of you, are confident he won't do it again? What happens if he does?
I can't be confident about anything Donald Trump does.
All options are on the table.
What does that mean?
If we have to bring another case, we'll bring another case. He's just going to be more money.
Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
I think that Trump has been silent. Surprisingly, the $83 million whack has caused the boy to shut up. How long he's going to stay shut up is anybody's guess, because I'm under the mindset, while I'm not a psychologist, I did do 2 classes while I was in college of psychology and cognitive, if you will, social animals, and Trump is a social animal. I think he's probably at some point going to say something. He's going to be in a fiery speech somewhere talking about something that's going to slip, and he's going to call E. Jean Carroll a dog or something like that, which would be absolutely disastrous for him, and disastrous that he would do that against E. Jean Carroll. I believe the woman. I believe her. I believe what she says. I believe it took place. And I believe this is not over with. I think Trump is going to make a mistake and say something he ain't got no business saying, and it goes back to court again. But she'll have to get in line this time because Trump's got all these other indictments that are standing before him as well. But, when Trump was caught on tape talking about you can grab a woman by her private parts and they'll let you do it if you're a star, that tape was played in court in the first liable trial, which helped the jury decide Trump probably did this because that's what he's publicly stated. That's what he likes to do he likes to grab women with his hand. And but a lot of MAGA women went to Trump's rallies with, signs, placards, what do you call those things, saying, Trump, you can grab mine anytime you want. But I think he's going to say it again, and probably not that he intends to say it again, but he's going to say it. But I don't think it really means anything at this point in time.